Yes. What up, y'all? Welcome to Picks and Polos. I'm gonna give y'all my football picks of the week against the spread, and then I'm gonna talk about some of the new lows that came out, or that I'm gonna talk about a few lows, maybe about 10 or so polos that I seen on the website this week. I will be doing new reviews on new polos, sometimes off the website, sometimes from other places every week. All right, y'all, with the football picks, first we have Buffalo and the Bills. That is tomorrow night, I'm pretty sure. The spread's pretty high, 10.5 as of Wednesday. I'm going to go with the Bills. I don't care what the spread is. The Dolphins are trash. We got the Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. Spread is 5.5 for the Falcons. Yeah, I'm going with the Falcons on that. Carolina Panthers do not look good so far this year. We got the Bengals and we got the Minnesota Vikings. Joe Burrow got hurt, and so the Vikings are favored by 3.5. I'm gonna still go with the Bengals on this one. I think it's gonna be a close game, but I think the Bengals gonna pull out a win. Then we got Green Bay and the Cleveland Browns. 7.5 for Green Bay. Definitely going with Green Bay. Cleveland's a mess. Shout out to Shador Sanders. Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Basically a pick 'em. It's 2.5 for Houston. I'm gonna go with Houston. I think CJ Stroud is gonna get back on his horse. And then we got the Colts and the Tennessee Titans. 4.5 for the Titans. I'm gonna go with the Titans. I like their young quarterback. Yeah. What's next? We got the Raiders and the Commanders. I'm going with the Commanders. 3.5 favored for the Commanders. They will definitely cover that. The Rams and the Eagles. That's a big game. I'm gonna go with the Eagles. I think they will chill with the tush push and try and prove a point and beat up on them boys the old school way, or the high powered offense way. I think Jalen's gonna throw the ball and try and prove some of his haters wrong and keep his wide receivers happy. Then we got the Jets and the Buccaneers. They got the Jets favored by 6.5 over the. No, they got the Buccaneers favored. Sorry, by 6.5 over the Jets. That's an easy one. The Bucks will win that game. Pittsburgh and New England. That's a very interesting game. Only 1.5 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think I think New England's gonna win that game. That's a tight one. Now, usually when I do my NFL picks, I pick like 12 games. So if I win 10, I could still win. If I win 11, I still win. If I win 12, of course, I still win. And so with a game like Pittsburgh and New England on my ticket, I'd either not pick this game at all, or I'd go both sides. I'd pick Pittsburgh on one ticket and pick New England on the other set of 12 picks. Okay, the next pick is the Broncos and the Chargers. The Chargers are favored by 2.5. I'm going with the Chargers on this. Good quarterback, good coach. Broncos got good quarterback, good coach too, but the Chargers are better. Saints and Seahawks. Seahawks favored by 7.5. Oof. Um, you know what? I'm gonna go with the Saints to cover. I think Seattle will win this, but I don't know if they're gonna win by more than 7. Like, that's pretty high. So there, I'm going with New Orleans to cover the spread over Seattle Seahawks. Then we got the Cardinals and the 49ers. I'm going with the Cardinals. 49ers still got injury problems. That's going to be a tight game, though. Spread shows it's only 2.5 for the 49ers, but I think Arizona will beat them. We got the Cowboys and the Bears. I'm going with the Cowboys. The spread's only 1.5 for Cowboys. I think it should be a lot higher. Cowboys are a much better team than the Bears. Then we got the Chiefs and the Giants. What's the spread right here? 6.5. I'm going with the Giants to cover the spread. I think Kansas City will win this in a close game. We got the Lions and the Ravens on Monday night. And I'm going with the Ravens. They're a great regular season team. That's not going to be a problem. 4.5, they're favored by. They will cover that. All right, y'all. Now we're getting into these lows of the week. This is picks and polos. I did my picks and now we're getting into the polos. All right, the first piece is this fuzzy wool sweater. It might be cashmere the way the wool looks. It's got that thin fuzzy look to it. So this might be cashmere, I'm not sure. It's got the powder blue and got the navy blue with the Ralph across the chest. And what we got here? Oh yeah, we also got the I love Polo at the back on the top of the neck right there. Pretty dope. Pretty dope. I like the sweater. Then we got this Yankees long sleeve, kind of like a long sleeve polo or a halfway button up. Dope patch on the side. Dope Yankee embroidery across the chest. They got it in the red or the navy blue. I like this piece. Then you got a lumberjack type, windbreaker type jacket right here. I'm not sure the material, but it's got that lumberjacket uh, pattern, and it's also got that quilted look to it too. So it's probably pretty warm. Something you can layer. Wear some sweaters. Wear some rugbies underneath on a fall day. Very nice piece. Good layering piece. Good outfit piece. Then we got this really dope bear sweater. But for some reason, this bear sweater is crazy expensive. 1,700 Canadian. That's probably around 15 American, 14 American. Patchwork polo bear sweater. Very, very nice. They must have just uploaded it on the website because they're not showing us any other angles. I'm assuming the back looks just like the front. Really dope piece, but out of my price range for a bear sweater. If it was like a jacket, yeah, something like that, oh, I can see paying that price. But for a bear sweater, when I already got 7 or 8 of them, 1,700, I really like that sweater, but nah, I would never cop this piece. It's very nice though for all y'all that's thinking about copping, really, really dope sweater that maybe a once in a 10 years type of cop. Hey, if you got the money sitting around and you want something real special, this is definitely a piece they don't have a lot of. I don't think they made a lot of these bear sweaters, so that's probably why the price is so high. All right, we got the sweater, we got the Yankee, we got the lumber jacket, and we got this another bear sweater. This one is, I think it's just a regular polo bear sweater with the leather trim on the actual bear. Very, very nice. All black, nothing at the back. Then we got this dope snowflake Fair Isle sweater. He always comes out with these type of joints every winter, different designs. This year you see this one right here, very nice. And then we have a real simple and clean piece. This is like a vest, a zip up vest. Not a loud color, very calm. Got the nice little horse right there. You can see the detail right there with the zip up in the front. Real dope piece for layering. You can wear something really loud underneath and have this on top to keep it real calm. Now we got the Yankee. Is this a wool sweater? It might be a fleece. Very, very nice. I like this sweater right here. You can see the details on the cuff. It's got that wool with a bit of that knitted feel to it. Dope Yankees logo on the front. I like how they got the gray trim by the waist. Works well with the gray sweatpants the model is wearing. Very, very nice piece. Then we have another bear sweater. All right, so that last black bear sweater with the leather trim on the bear, that's purple label right there, and that's a cashmere sweater right there. And then we got this bear sweater, which is a classic, about 600 Canadian. maybe about 400 American Polo Bear knitted sweater. This one's got the dope hiking bear on the front. Very, very nice. It's got a little bit of ice underneath the hiking boots. I like the detail right there. And then you got the dope holiday style cashmere sweater, thin, but it's got the cashmere material, so it's still gonna be warm. You got the dope bear on the doggy on the front, and if you pay attention to the bow around the dog's neck, that is a piece that is stitched onto the sweater. That is not like it's stitched onto the design of the bear. That's almost like a 3D. Like you can actually probably even untie that bow on your sweater. It's a bow actually attached to the sweater, and then around the neck, I think that's stitched on, but the bow is popping out, right? So someone could actually like rip that bow off that dog's neck off your sweater. Very, very dope. Thin, warm, cashmere, very nice. Then you got the trucker style jacket, jean jacket with the dope lining on the inside. I'm not sure if that's wool. That's probably like a polyester or a cotton lining on the inside right there. Reminds me of the classic Levi's joint. Obviously, this one's probably a little bit more high quality than that. Got the American patch on the shoulder. And yeah, this is the kind of piece you can wear for years and years and years. Never go out of style. Then you got another dope Fair Isle sweater. This is the cardigan style, white and black. Can't go wrong. Should always have at least one of these type of pieces in your collection. What else we got here? All right, y'all. That'll be my polos for the week. I left some back for next week. I'll be doing this every week. Picks and polos on Thursdays. Peace.